What is going on, everyone? Shake and Bake 2355 here. Welcome back to our Las Vegas Outlaws expansion series here on the channel. This is episode 2. It is our very first game in the history of the franchise. We are hosting the Detroit Pistons out of the Eastern Conference. 11-0 is a run Detroit got on to start against us. And I'll just say right away, this is not a pretty game. But here are the first points scored in franchise history. It is a two free throws from Josh Richardson, basically our star player to start this thing out. But like I said, this was not a pretty game by any means. But Hernan Gomez showing the range there a little bit, getting us a little back in it. We stayed pretty close with him in the first quarter. Full disclosure, I played this on Hall of Fame difficulty, and I'm not the best 2K player. I don't play a whole lot. So I'm going to change the sliders a little bit, kind of mess with that. I'm also changing the lineup after this game because, we're just, at this point, first game ever played, first time I played with this team. I didn't really practice with them either, so I'm trying to figure out everyone's identity, what everyone's role is on the team. And so I think it'll be a lot better games going forward. But this one, like I said, ended up being a pretty ugly game, not in our favor. But we did keep it close for a little bit. Deontay Davis was very impressive. There's him laying that in. He was very impressive coming off the bench for us. He's actually going to be probably starting at power forward for us going forward. And then Hernan Gomez playing center. So I have two big guys at basically two centers. One playing power forward, one playing center, of course. And there's a couple other changes that I'll talk about later on in the video. Langston Galloway getting that open three there for the Detroit Pistons, Bullocks. And then Blake Griffin, he murked us from three in this game, beyond the arc. At halftime, we only scored 25 points. It was very ugly. And 16 of those came in the first quarter. So only 9 points scored in the second quarter. At this point, Griffin was 13 of 7. He ended up with a double-double. And he was like 5 of 6 from beyond the arc. It was ridiculous. I know he developed somewhat of a mid-range game. There's Jackson going. I think this next clip is Griffin doing it again. Yeah. I know he developed a mid-range game over the last couple of years, but the way he was just drilling the threes in this game is ridiculous. Again, like I said, it was on Hall of Fame difficulty, and I am not a very good 2K player. So, that could have something to do with it. Josh Richardson there getting a nice little finger roll lay-in. He's definitely going to be our top scorer. He had a rough game. He did not have a good shooting game. Again, that could be me trying to play on Hall of Fame difficulty and not knowing what the hell I'm doing. But he did have a couple nice ones there. Kevon Looney tipping in his miss. Too bad he couldn't do that more often. This one might have been closer. At this point, it is a 29-point lead as Deontay Davis there gets the throwdown and the and one. But at the end of the third quarter, it was 68-43. Not a pretty game for us. This point now it's 72-43. They go on another 10-0 run on us here. And that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Nwaba, I started Sauskas over him. Nwaba is so good. Like, I shoot well with him. He's on the Bulls in real life, so I do like playing with play now mode. I play with my Bulls a lot, and I do play with him off the bench, and he does it well. So he's actually going to be starting for us moving forward at the shooting guard. And then Rosier, I'm not sure how they say it. He's going to be starting over Murray. As, like I said, we get a pretty ugly loss in this one. 90-58 is the final score. Only managed to score 58 points. That is horrible. I apologize, guys. Hopefully the games going forward will be much more competitive and much more fun. And I forgot to include the clip Piston stats on this one. But Blake Griffin had a double-double. He was like 23 and 10. Drummond had a double-double as well. But look at our stats. They're not very good. Richardson led the way, 12 points. 3 rebounds, no assists. Deontay Davis, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks. And Wabe, 8 points off the bench. Waba, whatever they... David Waba, I think is his name. DeJounte Murray, like I said, he got the start. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He didn't play bad. He's not a very good shooter. Hernan Gomez was very quiet in the second half. He had 5 rebounds and 5 points at halftime. So, Kevon Looney, though, 8 boards, 4 points. Rozier, 3.7 boards, 3 assists, and a steal. He's going to be our starter going forward. Neto with 5 assists. Thought about giving him a start, but I think we're going to start with Rozier and then have Murray come off the bench and Neto as well off the bench. Like I said, guys, first game, still learning, trying to get everyone's identity, trying to figure out the role that they're going to play on this team. So hopefully moving forward, it'll be much more competitive games. If you did enjoy the video, if you're excited for the series, please leave a like down below. Be sure to subscribe for more if you haven't already. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Till next time, peace.